Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Daria. We have with us Ria Singh, technical analyst, currencies joining in. Ria, welcome to the show. Ria, my first question coming to you over here is firstly, the pound has risen for the week and it's outperformed the dollar as well. What's your view?
Yes, we did see bullish momentum in the pound at the start of the week. I think this is on the back of easing restriction that will come forth into the UK. Even if you look at the anticipation that the market has with respect to what the Prime Minister's statement will be coming forth. So there is expectation that there will be a statement issued as to elimination of the basic, face covering and so forth. And this is the final stage of the roadmap in order to get the England out of the lockdown that will be released in the next week from the Prime Minister Boris Johnson. He has signed off the measures, but the statement will come in then next week. So there is a lot of positivity that is coming into the UK altogether. So the government is getting ready to replace all the legal restrictions from July 19, and this will be, seen as a positive boost that will help the economy recover. As you know, a lot of restaurants and pubs are still under lockdown, so there will be a huge uprise into the demand. Only concern is how the country will tackle the inflation, because a lot of suppressed demand is there into the economy. See, the only concern is with the respect to the inflation. Otherwise, road for pound looks quite positive.
Right, so that's with regards to where the pound goes. Simultaneously, the euro has remained under pressure, and we are awaiting the ECB guidelines as well. So, what's the kind of impact that we could see?
Yes, so there is, and it is expected that the ECB is planning to publish it outcome of its strategy review of the second half of the year in the annual forum on September 28, 29. So a lot of expectation is there with those guidelines. Also, there is a rise into the inflation as well. So this is a basic issue that all the countries right now facing with the inflation problem, because a lot of suppressed demand will be reflected as the economy starts to open. Also, with respect to the economic strategy and the fiscal strategy that the ECB will come forth with respect to its money supply growth, that will be a lookout. That will be something to discuss on. So I think overall, there is not much of that has happened in order to support the euro altogether. There is still a lot of talks around the inflation target and what will be the ECB guidelines, but nothing as so forth. A statement has come forth to cement the bullish uh, uh, look forecast for the euro. So I think that is why there's so much indecisiveness in the momentum. Also, you can see a lot of indecisiveness in the euro price momentum, and it is trading into a sideways consolidation form. So I think going forward, it will remain in a consolidated to weak momentum in in the coming sessions.
Right. So that's with regards to where the euro goes. What's your view with regards to where the rupee goes? Because it's clearly on a depreciating momentum as well. Today it ended near the day's low as well.
Yes. So what is happening with the Indian rupee is there is, the oil has risen quite significantly. The oil price has risen quite significantly in the past few days. And even if you look at the, discussions that is happening with the OPEC countries and so forth, so there is still no statement that has come forth where they will increase the production. So what is happening is all the developed, the FII inflows has come under pressures because of the rise into the oil prices, and this is leading to an inflated inflation into the domestic economy. So I think going forward, if there is some relaxation that could come into the oil prices, only then I think there will be some appreciative momentum that can be seen into the USD INR. Because even if you look at the whole Asia Pacific economy, the FYI's inflows has come under pressure. And plus, there is a bond action that will happen from the RBI as well. The OMO that was to be taken place was cancelled, and there will be a further guideline as to when the next OMO operation will be held. So I think this all is leading to a weakness into the rupee. So going forward, I think every dip should be taken into consideration as an opportunity to buy in the Indian rupee.
Okay. So what are the strategies that you would want to recommend?
The strategies will be to buy USD INR on dip around 74.64, 74.58 for a target of 74.85, 74.92 with a stop loss at 74.30, 74.36. 74.92 is a major resistance in the Indian rupee, and intraday support is at 74.36. So follow the stop loss very, very closely. You can also buy JPY INR on dip around 67.36, 67.30 for a target of 67.60 with the stop loss at 67.80. So in the intraday sessions, if you look at the price momentum, it has reached all the daily moving averages, and was consolidating from past 7 to 8 session, and today it has given a breakdown, is most likely to give a closure in green above those moving averages. So it's most likely that the JPY INR bullish momentum will continue. So you can also buy into the JPY INR. You can go short on the USD INR 75.25 call at 0.16, stop loss at 0.25, and target at 0. This is the 28th July 2021 expiry.
All right. So these are the strategies that Ria has been recommending as well. I don't think so there are any questions coming in. Thank you, Ria, for joining us on the show. Thank you, participants, as well.
Thank you, Viren.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.